All right, if you guys are wondering about the Banking Creek kit and what's in it, go watch my previous video where I do kind of a breakdown of what's inside the box. But at some point, you got to put rubber to the road and see if this stuff actually catches fish.
You're watching Matt's Fishing Mission. Always be on mission.
You can see just from the current how it's coming in and doing this little back swirl action right here. So we're going to use that current to our advantage along with the depth. Work Mr. Ribbontail down here near the bottom. Let's put it right down the seam here of that current. Oh, ooh, that was a little guy. I think it was a little guy. Oh, bro, he just said, "Thank you kindly for the big ribbon-tail worm." All right, let's put on another one. You know, sometimes you got to pivot, and right now the ribbon-tail is kind of getting short struck. I even shortened it up, and look, they bit the tail off of him. So with that in mind, if they're acting pretty aggressively, but they're just kind of like doing those little exploratory bites, I am going to put on something that is going to be key for these fish. So check it out. That is the Teeny Pop R. I think it's going to be key. Let's put it right into the moving water. There we go. There we go. Came up in the moving water and got it. We got us a smallie. Ooh, and he had a buddy following him. We're gonna go back in there and see if we can't get another bite. Relax, my dude. First bite of the Banking Creek kit of the summer. You know it had to be top water. I love these little dressed hooks in the back because when you let that popper just kind of rest in the water, it gives that fish something to key in on when it's just sitting there, relaxing, chilling. That dressed hook almost makes that little teeny Pop R a little bit bigger for them in their sight line. All right, little guy to get us started. I like it. You know what? And I think because he had a buddy, we're gonna throw that back out there. See if anybody's hiding in these roots. Yep. Nice. He was hiding right up in that root wad. Oh no. We're counting it as a bite. We're counting it as a bite. He got bit. There we go. Came out and got it. New species. We got a spotted bass. There we go. All right, 3 good bites on the Pop R. The teeny Pop R. Yes, sir. Doing what he's supposed to do. This is a very small profile bait, and I suspected we may even just catch sunfish with this. But we had three little bass bites. 3 little squeaky boys. All right. Teeny Pop R. Thank you. Well job. Well job. Well done. Well done, sir. And this is Special Ops is the name of this color. Well, staying in the top water theme, I'm going to put on something a little bit more robust. You guys have seen me throw this before If you didn't catch that video, check it out. It's the Weird Unique Lures Challenge, and this is a weird one. But let me tell you, it is very effective. It's got that kind of swishing back and forth action. And see, it's just got that back and forth, walking back and forth. It's a really great option, and it actually forces you to slow your retrieve down just a little bit in order to get that proper action. Well, the Jitterbug 2.0 is definitely a weird, wild, unique looking bait. It's been around since I think the 30s or 40s. So classic lure, and they've given an update with both the color and with the jointed body, the dressed up tail feathers. It's altogether been brought into the year 2023 from I think the 1930s maybe. Man, whatever that was, he missed it by an inch. He's right there on the edge of the shadows. See if we can get him to take another swipe. That's the thing with topwater bites, is that sometimes these smallies expend that energy to take a good, powerful swipe at a bait. And it takes a minute for them to reset or make their mind up. Sometimes they're just crazy hungry, and they'll go after it a bunch of times. There we go. Apparently he wanted it a second time. There we go. There we go. All right, Jitterbug. Well, the Jitterbug is a bigger topwater, and it does bring up a little bit better bite. Love this Jitterbug. I'd almost put the Jitterbug into like a finesse category of topwater, because it's entirely dependent upon your retrieval and how well it works. And I really got to say, you really want to make sure you slow that retrieve down on that Jitterbug so it gets that full swipey kind of wiggly back and forth action. That's the way to work it. All right, next bait, let's go. All right, next up, Pond Magic Buzz in color Grasshopper. This is a light little more finesse buzz profile, and I really like it. It's a little bit on the lighter side, so if you need some extra casting distance, you can add your favorite soft plastic trailer to it. But I'm gonna run it just raw by itself, no helper. I really want each of these baits in the kit to kind of stand alone on their own without any help. There we go. I started giving it some twitches in the water. I thought I saw some movement under there. I twitched it a couple times and came up and got it. There we go. Nice little buzzbait, small jaw. Thank you, buddy. So you guys know I love crankbaits. And if you don't know, now you do. This is a really great color. It's got all that purple spark in it. And I typically probably wouldn't choose a bill this long. But you gotta have to think of this as like a, less as like as a deep diving crankbait and more of like a quick diving crankbait. So for the creeks, you're just gonna toss it in. It's gonna get immediately down to the bottom and start playing in the rocks and get in and start attracting those fish. It's gonna take less reels, revolutions to get in there in the mix. And so think of it like just like that. It's a quick diving crankbait. Oh, oh, speaking of quick, man, that thing barely hit the water and we were on. Wow. All right. Beautiful looking crankbait. That is, we got a bite on all the hard baits. And so we may play around with them a little bit more, but now I want to switch over to some soft bait and show you what's in the bank and creek for all the soft plastics. Now the next rig up we got is the Yum Thumpin' Dinger in Junebug, and they've actually included some great tungsten weights, worm weights, and some EWG hooks in the kit that you can pair up with all three of the soft plastics, two of which are still to come. I'm going to show you those. We're going to start off with a Thumpin' Dinger here in the Junebug, and I think this is going to get us a good fish. Let's go. Let's step down. Let's step down into it. There's a good section of root wad back in here. Could have any number of fish hanging out in here. There we go. Oh, good night. He took off with my Thumpin' Dinger. Did you see that? Oh boy. Man, he certainly was in the roots. Jeez. That was aggressive. All right, well, let's put another one on. That seemed to work. What is this little fish doing? Oh, man. A little sunfish. He was like hanging on to the tail. That's not a sunfish. Wow. Maybe he saw the sunfish and said, bro, what are you doing in my zone? That's a nice smallie. Here we go. Now, I am no stranger to the Thumpin' Dinger. Bro, if you could settle down for just a second. I love throwing the Thumpin' Dinger. And that is why, because... oh, look at his tail. Bro, you done been messed up. What is wrong with your tail? Look at that thing. I'm glad this isn't a tournament fish. That'd be like -2 inches right there. Well, Thumpin' Dinger, how about that? Man, he tore it up too. With his old messed up tail, he's still out there getting it. Thank you, buddy. Heck yeah. Oh, hey, hey. All right, Thumpin' Dinger, let's change it up. I got another good one to show you guys. All right, this, my friends, is the Yum Spine Crawl, and this color is called Bama Magic. And I'm hoping it's going to be Creek Magic, because I want to get this bad boy bit. And there are no shortage of crawls in this creek. There we go. Spine crawl. Got us. Little spotty. And couldn't be at a better time too. We are just approaching the exit. And you know what? I got one more bait left to get after the spine crawl, and that is the ribbon tail. Let's put him on. Look at that Mondo. Look at that Mondo ribbon worm. All right, ribbon tail. The last bait to complete the old Bank and Creek Slam. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, he got rocked. There we go. There it is. Man. Do we have a largemouth? Is that a largemouth or a spotty? I think that's, yeah, the jaw doesn't go quite past the eye. It's another spotty. But hey, this fish officially completes the Bank and Creek Slam. And listen, all the stuff in here is made specifically for the Bank and Creek. Let's let this guy go real quick. Let's let him go, and then we'll talk about all the different stuff that we have inside this kit. Well, You got 4 hard baits. You got the Buzz, the little Pond Magic Buzz. You can pair that up with any of these plastics, the soft plastics, either ribbon tail, thumping dinger, or that spine crawl. We ran them all just kind of separately by themselves to see how they worked, and they did pretty good. So you got, like I said, 4 hard baits. You got the Pond Magic Buzz. You got that Norman middle end, which is kind of like a deeper diving crank. I use it as like a quick diving crank. Of course, you got that little teeny pop R, and the Rebel teeny pop is just, man, you can go for panfish. Big bass will attack it. And then, of course, you got the big, giant Jitterbug 2.0 in that blue kill color. Just nuts. That big old feather tail, jointed body is awesome. And then you got the terminal tackle, of course. We got the EWGs and a couple different sizes of the worm weights. Tungsten, so nice quality. And then the 3 soft plastics, you got the old ribby boy, the old ribbon tail, you got the thump and dinger, and you got the spine crawl, all made by Yum. Woo! That's a mouthful. You get a ton of stuff in the Bank and Creek kit, as well as the bite spec guide and the custom drawing from Mr. Frank Scalish, and some swagged out stickers. Man, what a day, what a day. If this shows you anything, it's that everything they put in the Bank and Creek kit is made to get you bit. So we used everything. We used absolutely everything. Topwater, cranks. We did jigging on the bottom. We did straight retrieves, and just everything worked. And that's the beauty of the Bank and Creek kit, is that everything works for this kind of fishing. So if you guys want to get one yourself, go to lurenet.com. Use my code MFM15. That'll save you 15%. The kits normally run about 39 bucks, but with my code, it'll put you right under 32 bucks for 10 items that are in this kit. And yeah, it's well worth it, well worth it. You'll get bit. With that, I will leave you from the creek, and I will see you on the next fishing mission.
You're watching Matt's Fishing Mission. Always be on mission.